All right, hey guys, Jason here. We're up here at the amazing Franklin Chevy. This is the one it also shares with the Toyota dealer across the street. Love these guys up here. It's where I take my ZR2 up to be serviced, any of that kind of stuff. Amazing people here. And we are up here browsing a lot. We just got done talking about that truck there in another video. That amazing one. Look at that thing sitting right there. Take a guess. Look at all these HDs they got sitting here. See that one right there? Let's actually, here, let me just show you real quick. We're not going to get off topic. Okay, starting at the white one down here. Let's go this way. Okay, ready? 90,000, 88,000, 77,000, don't remember, but 78, I think, 58. Woo, look at that right there. Woo, man. Like I said, it's another video I just got done making. Here we can see some awesome Colorados. We got a bunch of them. Look at, they just stocked up the lot. Look at all these Colorados and Canyons here. Very, very nice. But what we want to talk about today, what we want to get into, this is when you're going to buy your next truck. We see this a lot. I make a ton of videos on this stuff trying to help you do this. But I see a lot of comments where people are like, you know, I get aggressive. You know, I tell them I own the deal. I get all that stuff. I understand it. And it is your money. However, we got to understand something. When you are dealing with dealerships and you are buying cars, we control the deal. It's our deal. It's our money. I understand that, but it is also their product, and it is their rules. It is their dealership. It is their mentality. It is their attitude, and it is their vehicle to sell you if they choose to or not to. What is the number one rule when you're dealing with all dealerships? Okay, it's very simple. Kindness. Okay, crush them with kindness, or as my grandpa used to call it, but it's not quite politically correct for internet stuff, but we say kill them with kindness, but crush them with your kindness. What that means is that you're not going to get anything, nobody's going to give you a good deal on anything if you're going to be mean to them. If you want to negotiate, you want to work good deals on vehicles, and you want to do a good job, your important part of doing that is going to be kind and be nice and be calm. If you think you're going to come into a dealership and start, you know, throwing your weight around and acting like you got an attitude and they owe you something or you're entitled to something, they're just going to laugh and walk away from you. You're not getting anywhere. It's kind of the way things are in life at all times anyway, but it's important to understand that here, now, the reality of this. It is a very big deal. Sorry, I'm a stickler for details, and it's driving me nuts. And again, I see this on every vehicle or every brand, so I'm not picking on Chevy. But look at this, how nice we got this line. Whew. See this seam right here? Look at how perfect that hood seam is. And then we look at this one, and look at how jam tight in this corner. We come over here, look at this one. Look how big and wide this gap is over here, how huge that is. And then we see this one over here is so tight you can barely even nothing. Sorry, little stuff. Just walking by and that stuff grabs my attention. It's these little, again, I'm a stickler for details and paying attention to things. And it happens to all brands. Don't think that's a Chevy thing. We could look at another one, like I said, perfect seam and perfect seam. So like I said, it's just the way things are, and it grabs my attention. But the point is, we want to kill them and crush them with kindness. That is the key thing. So when you go in there and you're going to call these dealers up and you're going to be like, look, I got my OTD price. I know what I want to pay. And you're in fight mode. Okay, you're in defensive mode. You are ready to rumble. You know, let's do this kind of attitude. And it's right, but it's wrong. Okay, because again, we're not actually battling something yet. You are prepared for it. You are prepared for them to say, well, we also have this warranty that we have to get. We also have the nitrogen filled tires. We also have, we got to charge, you know, we charge you for, you know, floor mats. We're going to charge you for, you know, car washes for life. We know that they're going to do this stuff to you and play these games. And you're prepared for it, and you're ready to battle to make sure they don't, and your attitude is you just want to say, no, you're not doing that. No, I'm not doing that. No, you're not going to hit me with a buy rate or a sell rate. No, you're not going to pack my payment. No, you're not going to play these games. We just want to be like that. We just want to put these guys in their place, and I understand it, but it's wrong. You have to be calm. You have to be kind. You have to be courteous. Again, this is their world. They own this lot. They own everything here. This is what they do for a living. You're in their house. And if you're coming into their house, you better treat them with respect or you get kicked out of the house. It's basically that simple. And if you want to get anything done, accomplish anything, or get them to even help you or budge or even give you the time of day, you do it nicely. Even when they're telling you the stuff that you don't want to hear, even when they're, you know, cracking that whip, like, no, sorry, we already have that out. Ceramic coat, no, we already put it on every vehicle when we get it anyway, and the nitrogen tires, we do it automatically, so I can't take it off. When you hear stuff like that, you're kind of like, man, now you want to get mad. Don't get mad. Be calm. Think about it. Think about what your answer is. How do you know actually, let me say better than think about what your answer is. Know what your answer is ahead of time before you even go there. Have your piece of paper with what if he says, what will you say? What if he says, what are you going to say? And know this stuff and be willing to adapt on the fly as things need to. You learn this through experience. Don't be afraid to say, hold on a minute. Hang on. I need a second here. Something going on here at the house. Put him on mute. Take a second and just think for a second. Make it sound like it wasn't even related to the car. You know, when he says something, it pisses you off. Oh, okay. Hey, hold on. John, can you hold on 1 second? Put him on hold. And then take your time and collect yourself. Think about the response you want to say. How can you turn this into your positive and do this kind of thing? And don't be afraid to do that 3 or 4 times in the middle of a conversation. He doesn't know what's going on. Maybe your dog just puked. Maybe you got a grandkid running around that's getting into something. Maybe something's going on. Your refrigerator is leaking water right now. Who knows? You can do this. Take your time with the process. Take your time with everything that's going on. Get the situation under control, but do it kindly. If you come in hard and aggressive and you come in with this attitude that, you know, when I'm standing here and I'm looking at this truck and I'm like, ooh, look at how nice this is. Look at this. Ooh, I love this tailgate. And he comes walking. I was like, hey, how you doing? If I look at him and go, I'm doing good, but I already know everything at all. I already have all this stuff down. I know how much this is going to charge me. I know everything about the truck. There's really nothing for you to do here. Can you just take me right to your sales manager? If I was a car sales guy and somebody said that to me, I'd be just like, yeah, you know what? You can just leave. Just go. Just leave. That's not the right attitude. How about a, hey, how you doing? And let's go through it. Hey, come on in. Let's talk about it. Listen, all due respect, I'm not at that stage yet. Right now, I'm on your lot because I'm looking at things and picking out features that I like. I already know this is a truck I want to check out. I probably want to test drive one to be for sure, but I am not at that stage where I'm going to walk into your dealership right now. I've been in this game for a long time, and I know what happens. If I go in there, you're going to try and keep me there and try and sell me one of these and try and motivate me, and I respect that. But I'm not at that stage yet, so I don't want to waste either one of our times. Let me figure and sort what I'm after, then I'll be back up. Let me have your card, and then we'll talk. See the difference? See how that works? See how that is? And that's what we're talking about. The kindness aspect is everything. The second you start getting irate with them or start pushing back, or you get verbally defensive and it starts to show in your voice, you lose every card in your hand. You have nothing to stand on, nothing to work with. It benefits you in no way. Be calm, be collective, be kind. And that's how you win the deals. And then even when you're done telling them, you've heard me say in other videos, call your 10 dealers, tell them what your OTD is, tell them, say, hey, if you hit it, I come buy it. If you don't, then I call the next dealership. It's the way it works. I'm ready to buy today. Here it goes. And he comes back and says, well, you know what? That's less than what we even pay. That dealership's lying to you. You'll never find a deal like that ever, but good luck to you. Okay? When you hear that, so many times you just want to say, well, and you know, F to you and you blah, 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 and take this and shove it right where the sun doesn't shine. I'll never call you again, and I'll never buy something because you're just a liar and you guys are playing games and you screw your customer. You just want to go off and go crazy like this. It benefits nobody. It doesn't do anything. What if instead you say, I understand that. I see where you're coming from, but understand it. I've bought a lot of cars in my life. I do this regularly, and I fully understand it. Your invoice pricing that you're showing me or you're going to tell me about on that list, we know it's fake and it's padded. We understand that stuff, and these guys are willing to give me that deal. And not only were they willing to give me the deal, I got 2 other deals that were lined up that I called earlier today that are only within a couple $100 difference of that. So I know that this stuff is legit, and I know you can do it too. Now, you're also the dealership that I'm most interested in because where your dealership is, I can jump right off the highway and be in and out of there in a heartbeat. I don't have to drive through Chicago to get there and deal with being stuck in traffic for 3 hours. That's worth something to me, but it's only worth something to me if the dollar's value is there. And right now, you're telling me to get lost. What I'm asking you again for one more time is, do you want this deal to happen? Because if you do, all we have to do is hit this OTD number. If you're there, I just put a deposit on the phone and I come and get it from you later today or tomorrow morning, whatever works perfect for you. I know this is not something that you can really do, but your manager can. Why don't you talk to him and see what the situation is for him? How does he feel about it? You see the difference? You see what that does for you? And now you got an option. If he still comes back and says, nope, we're not doing it. We can't, it's too low. We can't do it. What he's really telling you is he's like, no, you know what? We'll hang on to that truck. We're not going to let this one go for that because we know that somebody could come in. Somebody's going to buy it. We sell enough of them that we know that within the next month or two, probably in a month, before a floor plan, or we'll risk it, but we know that we can get a better deal from somebody else on this. Therefore, your deal of your good deal for you is not a good deal for us. We're losing money because we know we will sell it. So, nope, we're going to hang on to it and we're not going to take your deal. Thank you. Understand completely. 100% respect that. You have yourself a wonderful day. And when I buy another truck in the future, I will try contacting you again then. Maybe something will be different at this time. But for this particular truck, sounds like we're not going to be able to work together. You have yourself a wonderful day. Kill them with kindness. And you know what? At least 6 out of 10 times, that dealership will call you back within a day or two. And see if you bought one, see if you didn't, see how your search is going. And often you would be amazed. When I bought, what was it? I don't remember what truck it was. It was one, when I say I don't know which one, I don't know which F-150 it was, but it was one of the F-150s that we played this exact game on. And literally, I hung the phone up, called the other dealership back and got them. And I said, all right, we're going with your deal, and signed this thing up and got everything all set. And we were all good to go. And literally, while we were on the way to go pick that one up, that dealer called me back. The one that told me no called me back, said, we'll do it. Like, you know what? You're already too late. I'm already signed. I already put a deposit down. I won't do the deal without putting a deposit down if I'm going to drive to get it. And now I'm already going. And it's a shame too, because you were like an hour and a half away and this one's 4 hours away. So now I got to drive 4 hours and because of this. And he's like, well, just tell them you're not doing it. The deposit's probably refundable and come get it from us. It doesn't work that way. I'm a good person and I'm sorry, but I already made a commitment to these guys and they made a deal that I respected and honored enough that I chose to put a deposit down. Therefore, I'm not backing out on them. You know, if you had you just did it right from the beginning, you would have got this deal. And I'm sorry it didn't work out because I would have rather bought from you. But by lollygagging and delaying this, no offense, but you lost me as a customer, and you hurt both of us. You know, you kind of missing out on a sale, and now I got to drive further to a different dealer that I didn't want to have to go to because they had a better deal than you, and you said no. So I mean, this sucks for everybody all the way around. I'm sorry it didn't work out, but I can't help you. See what I'm saying? Kindness, everything kindness. So that's my advice for you. Use kindness. That is your best bet. Questions, comments, put them below.